Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's the 30th of January. Slept in a little bit today, but still managed to get, my daily push-up count done. And it's been at 500 for a while now. So I bang out 500, and sometimes I'll have time for curls, and maybe sometimes a run. But today was just push-ups, and I got done and got ready for the day. But yesterday was technically the first official day at my new position. I signed the employment agreement yesterday and took my UA and everything like that. It was so now I am the training analyst at the Tribe, which it's a huge honor. I'm extremely humbled by it, but at the same time, it's not going to go to my head, not by any stretch of the imagination. And I am going to continue to push the way that I always push, and my work ethic and all of that. I will be the first one in the office, and sometimes I'll be the last one to leave. But I noticed that when people tend to get salaries, they tend to work a lot less because they feel that they're obligated to do so. But it's not going to be the case with me. With me, it's going to be I'm going to work harder than anyone else, regardless of whether you're salary or hourly. Looking forward to getting that transition at least started. But as for now, I still have to wait for an office. Because there's some shifts going on, some transitions, of course. But we'll see. I don't need anything. I'm not a high demand person. I'll take whatever, and I'll rock and roll with what we got. Have the daddy-daughter dance this weekend. I'm looking forward to going to that. It's the first one we've done. It's going to be interesting because the only real dancing we can do is her standing on my feet or me holding her up and spinning her around and stuff like that. But it'll be fun to get her all dressed up and do some dancing together. And that's on the 3rd, so I think that's Saturday. Other than that, looking forward to, we got 18 days before pitchers and catchers reports to spring training. Unfortunately, we won't be able to go to Peoria this year for spring training because we have a wedding to go to. But looking forward to, we'll be looking to pick that back up next year. And with the little extra income that I am earning now, it's going to be a little better for me to a little more flexibility with things. I'm pretty cheap when it comes to most stuff, and there's a reason behind that. It's like I don't need the greatest and best things, and when it comes to food, we don't eat out, and cook a lot at home. I meal prep for the entire week. And we don't have a lavish lifestyle. We don't do, we go to a few concerts here and there, and a few baseball games, but it's nothing it's never on a credit card. It's always what we can afford. We save up for vacations, so we don't live lavishly. We just enjoy life and manage to devote money aside towards the bigger picture in the future, which is a house and retirement, things like that. So we both take care of ourselves, and I'm just looking forward to a little extra, and I'm gonna save it all. I'm gonna live my life the same way I lived when I started back working at the Tribe in 2011. I'm gonna live cheap. I'm not gonna have credit cards. I'm not gonna live outside of my means. I'm gonna pinch my pennies where I can. And that's it. So hopefully I'll get a run in today before the rain really starts coming down. Man, it's the time of the year where we just get perpetual downpour. I mean, it's this rain for days for the most part. But the thing is, like, even if it's raining out, go outside, still do something. You don't need. It's like I hear people complain about the weather, and it's like these are the people who I don't see doing anything outside. It's like, it's raining outside while they're laying on couch watching Netflix. It's like, you really You know, you can complain about the the rain and everything like that, but you don't do anything when the sun's out. So if you can do what you typically and normally do, you know, even if it's slightly minimal to what it was, you know, when it's sunny out, if you can still like get out and hike and get out and walk and run and do things like that, and don't let the rain really affect you. Yeah, it's raining, cold out, but it's like if you can still do it then, you can still do it when it's sunny out. And the thing is, when it's really sunny, the thing is, a lot of people in this part of the state, you know, or at least in this region, you know, when it's sunny out, everybody goes out. And so when that happens, you get this explosion of people on the trails, outside doing things. You know, with me, it's like you have to do it when it's not most desirable and the weather is not the greatest, because you still have to get it in, you know, and at least enjoy. And who knows, you might get a clear day, one of those days where it's really clear. You just have to get out and do it. Plan to go, and if it's raining out, still do it. You know, it's make the most out of it and get the most of it in, even though the weather's not really participating with you. So, you know, I can't tell you how many times I've run in the last, like, 2 years where it's just been rain, and, yeah, it's no big deal. You know, there are a few times where it was rainy out, I got soaking wet, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to jump in this puddle, just for the hell of it. You know, I got soaked, but, you know, you have to learn how to enjoy your life, regardless of the weather. You know, if you let the weather affect you, you're going to make excuses for everything else. Just do what you want to do. Go out, get wet once in a while. It's no big deal. It's not going to hurt. You know, it comes out, dries up, you know. So just live your life, have fun. Looking forward to seeing how the rest of this week pans out. I have to start doing some preparation for my transition. Some of the duties that I have done, I will no longer be doing because it's not within my, you know, my scope of expertise or my job title. So there's some things I'm going to have to push over to somebody else. You know, and it's not like, it's like I'm glad, but it's nice to not have that burden, because I do take a lot on, you know, in regards to my position. You know, I do a lot of things like, you know, tracking hours and driving people to court, and I do a lot of stuff, and it's like, it's nice to have someone else have to understand exactly what I went through to go through that. I mean, and it's good because you need someone who else can do a certain thing. You just can't rely on one person, and when that one person's there, no one else can do it. You need to have someone else that can, you know, at least minimally do the basics of what a particular job duty is, and so you don't have to rely on that one person whether they're there or not. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow morning.